want to see a video where an atheist really breaks down what belief is to a Christian with a street pastor, I really want you to take the time out and watch this video.
I'm preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Okay. Why are you doing that?
Because I feel the Lord has given me to do it.
The Lord of the Bible.
The Lord of the Bible. You see, he spoke to me and told me to come out here and do this.
He did?
Yes, he did.
How did he do that?
Because I have a relationship with him. And I know he's because I sought him, he revealed himself to me. And so.
How did he do that?
How did he do that? He just did it.
Why should? How can we know that it didn't actually happen other than you saying it didn't?
Well, I know I can't make you believe. You have to be.
I'm not asking you to make me believe, because I know belief is based on, how well educated you are about what's going on in the world. So I'm asking you, how can someone else other than you know that what you're saying is the truth about revealing itself to you?
Well, there's many believers in the world today that's serving Christ. So
I know there's a lot of believers, but you said that God revealed himself to you. I just want to know how anyone else would believe that other than yourself.
I can answer that question.
So then why would anyone believe that what you're saying is true if we don't know that what you said is true?
Well, there's people there's many that believe on Christ through my message, that believe in what I'm saying. It's not me that I'm making them believe. It's something in their hearts that receives what they're saying.
Just because someone believes in something or agrees with you doesn't mean that there's actually good reason to believe. I mean, a lot of people believe in things that are really crazy,
right?
But that doesn't mean that just because you have a lot of people believing in crazy things, that somehow that gives some sort of validity to the crazy thing believed in. So
I'm fully persuaded in what I believe, and I know others are persuaded. Those that receive, they're persuaded. So that's all that matters to me.
So you don't care whether you show them it's the truth. You just want them to believe it's you.
Well, those that Jesus said, my sheep know my voice, and a stranger they will not follow. So those that know
the Bible.
That's the word. That's what Jesus said.
But again, why should anyone believe that what's in there is true about that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. On heart to believe. I can answer why they should believe. I just know they should believe according to what Jesus said. I just believe His word.
So that goes back to my point. You just want them to believe. It's not that you can actually show it's true. You just want them to believe.
Well, I know I can show them that it's true if they will believe what is true. But I can't.
But that's a contradiction, isn't it? Because they're not gonna. It's not rational to believe in something unless you know it's true. So
yeah, well, see, I can't rationally convince you. I can only spiritually do it. And if you don't believe, I can. Even this conversation will be meaningless if you're not a believer.
Okay.
So you don't sound like.
But isn't the purpose coming out here to get people to become believers?
Yes.
Okay, and doesn't that need to be done by offering them evidence to show that what you're saying is true? I mean, you can't just ask people to believe in something, right?
Well, I am the evidence that Jesus Christ is.
How do you figure?
Well, St. John chapter 1 verse 14 says, "And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us."
No. How are you evidence? I didn't ask what the Bible says.
Jesus Christ is in my life, and he said, "Those my sheep know my voice." So His sheep will recognize the spirit of Christ in a believer, in the life of a believer. Those that know and believe in God will recognize His presence or His appearance in the life of a believer.
How does that equate to evidence for someone who doesn't believe? Like,
well, see,
I don't believe in any God I don't believe in that God. I don't believe in that book.
Well, I can tell. So really, like I said, with me,
so
this conversation
what do you have for someone like me who doesn't believe? What do you have other than just saying that you want me to believe as you do? What else do you have besides that?
Well, my only thing is that I would like for you to, in your private time, pray to God and ask Him to reveal His truth to you.
But if I don't believe in a God, why would I pretend to pray to one?
Well, since you don't believe in God, then this conversation don't mean anything. You're not a believer. So I can't convince you.
So the point of you coming out here is not to make people believers, then?
I'm here to make those that want to believe that are believers.
So people who already believe more? Is that what you want? Because if you're out here to get people to believe who don't believe, then I'm your main target.
The Bible says, "For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever would believe in Him, would choose to believe in Him, should not perish but would have everlasting life." So you don't have a desire to believe.
But that's in the Bible. Why should I believe that's true?
Because I believe the Word is true. And if you don't believe the Word is true, then hey, my message is not for you. That's what it means.
It's not for me.
It's not for you. No. If you don't want to believe.
So you're only here to preach to people who already believe.
To those who already believe, and to those who are compelled to believe through this, what I'm saying. But you're not being compelled, so I'm
not compelled because I understand that you're making a scientific assertion. You're saying that a God exists somewhere.
Right.
So therefore, we need scientific evidence to show that what you're saying is true. Since you admit you don't have anything like that,
But see, I can't convince you because you're not a spiritual-minded person. So I can't. The Bible says the natural man doesn't understand the things of the spirit because they have to be spiritually discerned.
So, since you don't have evidence to show, then it's reasonable for me to continue not believing. Because mankind should only acknowledge things that show to exist. We shouldn't believe in something just because someone like you is on the street telling them to believe.
Well, see, we believe differently, so I can't convince you. So,
Continue preaching.
Yes, I will. Yes.
Don't let that stop.
I know. Yes. So God bless you, sir.
Well, that doesn't make any sense to say to me because I don't believe in your God.
We're on a mission. We gotta
Do you think that's a
God
magic
bless
phrase?
you. Jesus is real, and He wants you to know.
There's
That's all
no
I can
reason to
say.
think Jesus is real,
can't win
though.
every.
Let's talk about it. So I thought that was a great discussion. Nobody got out of pocket with each other. They were both cordial to each other, and I believe that both of them were sincere in their conversation. It does show that this pastor does see, well, he may not realize it, but this religion is completely faith-based. That there is actually no facts that anyone can point to say that the Bible is true, that the God that they worship is a real being, and that it is all faith-based. And that their mission is to truly just preach to those who already believe. As he said multiple times, that if a person doesn't believe, doesn't have a desire to believe, meaning they have to have a wanting to believe, they have to have a wanting to ignore the lack of evidence and the lack of facts and just believe and use evidence of see how God is working in my life, which can be attributed to many different things. See how these prophecies are becoming real, which can be attributed to many different things. You have to have a wantingness of cognitive dissonance in order to believe in this book, because you have to ignore the fact that it lacks any facts. And the worst part of it, though, to me, was the fact that this pastor and whomever the lady was that was also with him is trying to stand on the street corner here and convert people. As much as they say they weren't, they were there to try to convert people, as he was asked, but had to backpedal when he was saying that, well, if you're naturally minded, then you have to be of a spiritual mind. Isn't the purpose to bring people into your spirit? Isn't the purpose to convert people who do not believe into your belief? Because if you're only looking to convert people who already believe, then really you're asking them to join your faction of believers, to join your group, to increase your personal numbers, not increase the so-called numbers of the kingdom. But if you have a 200-person church, you're out there recruiting those who already believe to have a 400-person church, a 500-person church, but not to actually gain new converts, people who do not believe, but those who are straddling the fence and those who desire to believe. It just shows that it's a faith-based religion that has zero facts that can be attributed to any aspect of it. Now, I also love the part when the pastor tried to tell him he want him to go home and pray to this God to open his eyes or to come within his life, how that message went empty. Because why would a person who does not believe go and pray to a God to open their eyes to believe in something without any proof of this God? Why would a person go and do that? It's the same when people tell me that, oh, you need to pray to God to open your eyes to understanding, pray to God to enter your life. I have no desire for your God. I do not believe in your God. And according to this street pastor, your God then cannot enter my life. So it's a null point. It's a completely null point, which is why he had to backpedal from it and say that this whole conversation is a waste of time. It's meaningless because they're not going to go anywhere, because the person, in order to believe in this Bible, you have to already believe or have a desire to believe in it. And that is not who I am. That is not who many people are. And so what's the purpose of this pastor being out there? Because he needs more followers. Y'all have a great day. And remember, always, you got to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibration.